Um, so I thought it was going to be a while before I could be in this space, functioning in this space with Reg gone. But I have to tell you, I had this really interesting experience yesterday. So I woke up yesterday morning feeling the greatest amount of doom, depression, sadness. I can't even describe. I mean, I'm sure some of you know what I'm talking about. Like the night before, every time I fell asleep, all I could see was him in the process of him being gone from his body, and it was just too much. I would wake up and panic. I could, like, every time I started falling asleep, I would see that and I would panic just because I was realizing that it was true. And so I woke up in the morning just feeling so much doom, and I even texted Carolyn, my manager, and I said, I feel so, like, I finally just got the light switch to turn back on after it being off for so long and going through so much already, just to have it totally destroyed again. And I just don't know if I can do this, is what I had said to her. Like, I was really not in a good space. And I had so much rehearsing I needed to do yesterday, and I couldn't do the majority of it, but then I was pushing myself to go to this video rehearsal for my shoot. So I was such a mess the whole way there, and just really trying to work through it. And I watched something. There's this spiritual teacher. I'll put her name in the description of this video. This spiritual teacher from India, who I've been following on and off the last year, who had said, when we go through the loss of someone, this loss, we, in the first moments, experience, it's not even grief that we're experiencing, it's fear. Because we're faced with not only the mortality of whomever we've lost, but the our own mortality. And so we feel closer to that, and there's this sense of fear and the unknown, and it's just, we're faced with so much fear. And so that's where the panic comes, and the doom, and the unknown, and all of these excruciating feelings, and panic stricken. And along with that, it's on a cellular level. So like our cells, like biologically speaking, the body, the cells are the least conscious of us, right? So there's that attachment, the cellular level is attached, like body to body, right? And so as soon as she said that, I was like, oh my God, I remember now. It's like it shifted in me. At first I felt this relief, and I was like, wait a second, I'm already connected to him. And I'm connected to him even more and more deeply when I can. It's like the same process I've been trying to remind myself of for over a year now, that separating from the body and the mind so that I can come into union with the soul, which is what we really are and where everything is. And that's where he is. And when I really remembered that, I felt him. And then I meditated, and then I went through a guided meditation. I think I talked about this yesterday. I felt him around me, and I thought, there was a moment where afterwards where I was thinking, I hope this isn't fleeting. I hope this feeling of peace and this connection isn't fleeting. I felt him, and I felt the first time when he came into my life, I was in a really dark place. I had suicide ideation big time. I was really just not doing well. And it was like he came back into my life in that moment, reminding me that we are even more connected and bonded now. And so that that went throughout the night. In my dreams, I dreamt about him, and I saw how peaceful he was and how it was like we were together. Like, it was so beautiful. And it went throughout my morning, and it's been going through my day. I went on this walk, and I wasn't gonna go on my walk because I was just like, maybe I'll just meditate at home, and I won't do that just yet. But something made me go, because I just have had I have a lot of work to do, and I just have been grieving and trying to figure it all out. So I'm like, I'm gonna go on this walk. So I went on this walk, and I'm walking, and I see this person in front of me, like pretty far ahead, but something about what they were wearing, maybe, or I don't know, just something about them just was like, oh, there was just something about them. But I slowed down because I saw this really beautiful caterpillar, and I wanted to make sure it got I could move it from the path so that no one ran it over and squished it. So I helped this caterpillar, so I was further behind. So I'm walking and get close to the end of the trail, and this person turns around and is walking past me, and they walk, and I smile, and they smile back, and she stops. She takes off her sunglasses, and it's like my best friend from kindergarten, like from childhood. Like, this is one of my closest friends from kindergarten through 8th grade. Like, we've gone through so much together, and I hadn't seen her in a long time, and it was just so crazy. And she's telling me she wasn't even supposed to go to that trail today. So we just had this moment, we hugged, and we were catching up. We walked the rest of the way back together, going the same place, parked at the same place. So it was just kind of interesting. And I feel like Reg sent her to me, reconnected me to her. I know that sounds weird, but it just felt like that's what I needed, and she needed it too. It was really weird. So I'm so grateful for that. The conversation we had was beautiful to catch up, and then even today I keep getting these more and more messages from more people. Last night, it's just all of these people who knew Reggio, who have been touching base with me, and who are also brokenhearted and feeling the loss of him. And I'm just like, this is just amazing that this dog has touched this many people because of the experience he experienced life. I made sure that he got to have as many experiences as possible in this form, and I mean, that's why we're here as humans. We're here to have this human experience and to really experience life. So go fucking experience life. And this is what I was talking to my friend Jen about. The reason we are here is not to disappear into, Netflix or your phone, or it's to connect. It's to connect to other humans. It's to experience life. It's to feel the ground. It's to go places. It's to even through grief and chaos, it's to feel that. It's to do it with other humans, and to not isolate. It just, I don't know. It was exactly what I needed, and the peace that I have felt. And his memory, there's so much beauty in this, you guys. I'm so grateful. It's exactly what I needed, was to surrender that fear and just remembering who and what I am connects me the most to him now. This was long. Thank you for listening.